anything so far. So
Okay,
I'll
good.
let you know.
Okay, so we're going to go down here and just make this into 60 units at once so we can look at them. I already know that page 1 and 2 are pretty much teardowns. And so I'll go to page 3 real quick. And we've gone through these for a while, so we're just skipping over it. Okay. So you can see this is a $79,000 place. But look at the rents. The rents are $1,750. So it's ridiculous as far as taking off those last two zeros. Like as long as we're making $800 a month on the rents,
Yeah.
this is one to call on. And so then we go in here and we go analyze the lead.
Okay.
So when we're analyzing the lead, we're looking at a bunch of things. We're going to see, okay, this is, it's pretty good. It's missing a cabinet. But in general, the floor is okay. It's probably something that we could get a renter in there pretty easily. We might need to redo the floors a little bit. Definitely needs paint. So we're thinking about all those things and kind of adding it up in our head what we think things are going to cost. Okay, and so after a good amount of time, well enough here, this is going to need help. So we want to know the repair value or the repairs they're going to have to do, the cost of those repairs, just because we want to kind of talk them down if we're doing a cash deal. But on something like this, I want you to just call and just say, hey, tell me about this place. What's going on? Because it's $79,000, but it rents for $1,750. Okay. So that's as far as I get before I get on the phone and call them. So here, I'll do a quick phone call just so you can get an idea of what these phone calls kind of look like.
Okay.
You get shut down a lot. You get a lot of people that don't answer. I'm hoping that this week, just being on the backside of a holiday weekend, is going to be better, but we'll see. Okay, let me get my iPad up, and I'll let you hear a phone call real quick. So everything we need, Wholesale Atlas provides everything you need, and then I'll go into how you figure out the what you're going to do with the deal once we know what the deal is. Okay, because we there's different ways that we can do things. We can do it cash. They're all right here. Subject to, which is also I refer to it as a trust acquisition. I mean a mortgage takeover. So you're going to take their existing mortgage, and you're just going to step into their position in the mortgage.
Yeah.
And the reason,
Yeah, I know that.
you know that one? Okay. The reason that's advantageous is because if you get an older property that was bought in the 2000, like, where are we at? 2000, I think it was 1918 when interest rates were super low. And so you want to get in there, and that's always a good way to get a property. A hybrid, which is a subject to and seller finance. Seller finance is when the owner of the property says, hey, I'll let you have my property. I own it free and clear, but you're going to pay me monthly. Okay. And it's not always advantageous, but some people like it because then they know they're going to get money monthly. And then what we do is balloon out, meaning we'll pay off the entire amount in 10 years. Okay. You know that one or no?
Somewhat.
Okay. And just tell me when you don't, because I'm totally good with it. I just want to make sure I don't want to
Yeah,
bore you.
I've heard of that one before when people call and stuff. I've heard people talk about it, but I don't know I don't know a whole ton about it.
Okay, cool. I'll explain to you. It's super simple. It's almost the easiest one. And it's the most sellable. So you really want to learn how to do it. Okay, we're going to call Klaus and ask him about this property real quick. So you just get an idea of why, what these calls sound like. Tell me if you guys can hear it when it comes up. Can you hear that okay?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, find my volume. And so we always start off and just say, hey, I'm calling. Deronda took over Klaus's Try again. Yeah. And we call it like 4 times because so often they do not answer. Stand by. My iPad is being funky. Come on. We're killing it so far. But here's what's... Oh, Deronda, answer your phone. Trying again. I call until they answer. Sometimes they answer kind of angry, which makes me laugh. I'm fine with that. Come on. If she doesn't answer, we'll move on. Usually, you can leave them a text and just say, hey, give me a call back. But I just want to get somebody on the line just so you can see. So we'll go back to our lead gen. We'll go to the next one. $80,000. It rents for $2,200 for Section 8. Section 8 is housing. Do you understand what Section 8 is?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like government housing, kind of, right?
Yeah, so it's the government assistance. It will assist in the rent, and so that the average is $2,200 is what they'll pay. So we always go for the normal rent just because we don't want to over promise ourselves. This has been listed for 273 days. Sometimes that's an issue. So we're going to see there might be, but sometimes it's really good. We want ones that are listed for a while. Okay, it looks like they did a fix and flip, but they didn't finish. So they bought all this stuff at this point. So this could be flipped. We don't know. So another important thing to ask is, hey, when were these pictures taken? Because if they're like, oh yeah, we took them last week, then you know exactly where we're at. If they say, oh, we took it about 2 years ago, well, it could be completely fixed by now. But we'll see. So same thing. We're just gonna go in, and this is all day long, bro. You gotta just call.
Okay.
Because that's where the deals are. And it's super frustrating because some people will say, yeah, I didn't, hang on, I'm getting, I didn't get nobody's selling me their house. I'm like, how many people you call? Oh, 2. And then how long? Oh, about 2 weeks. Like, shut up. Start calling. Calling. This one does say it's been on for 273,000 days on this. That's probably wrong. Probably wasn't built that long ago. But that's what I like about Baltimore. Baltimore's got these rents that are crazy good.
Please leave your message for...
And again, you're going to get a lot of non-answering people. I don't know what it is about realtors. They don't like to answer their phone. And so you just got to really be ready to hammer it. Are you washing windows today?
Yeah, but I'll probably go out a little bit later. I usually don't go out till like 12 anyway, so.
Oh, that's good. That'll give you the morning to make some phone calls. And this is the way it goes. I mean, this is not crazy.
Please leave your message for...
Okay, and so now I've shared my name with them, so my name should pop up on this third call. Cell phone companies don't allow the first 2 calls to go through, just to knock down them.
Hello?
Hi there. Hi, is this Andrea?
Yes, this is she.
Hi there. I'm calling about Bartlett Avenue.
I'm sorry, Bartlett has already taken an offer, and I'm on a very important call, so I'm gonna need to call back.
All right, so they're that you're not taking backup offers. She was on a very important call. Okay, so we busted through, so we know that's not one because they're already they've already got an offer, but she doesn't want backups. So we go on right to the next one. Here we go. Same kind of rent, same kind of costs. All right, so and this one's been on for 1,200 days, which I don't know if it's true, but we'll see. So let's call them. And again, this is the painstaking part of this. So anybody that thinks that it's going to be super simple, it is not. But do you see how if you're relentless, they'll answer the phone?
Yeah.
And so that's a big part of it. And you got to have fun with them. Like none of this is. You got to have fun with them. And hello.
Hello, this is Tom. Yeah, this is Tom.
Hey, what's going on, Tom? I'm calling about Lafayette. I wanted to ask you some questions about it.
I can't answer them. Despite being the listing broker on, I've got not what I need to. Your info, property address, and I'll have someone send you back. They give me the number. I'll send you back the phone number to the person you need to talk to.
Oh, it's gonna be direct to the investor. Is that what you're saying? Oh, cool. Okay, so I'll just send you my info and the address, and then you'll send me the investor. Is there?
Yes, sir.
So there's no realtor here at all?
Just I'm a consultant.
Oh, okay. Well, that sounds awesome. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll text it to you right now. Thanks so much. Okay, I don't know if you could hear him. He said that we need to text him and he'll send us the investor's phone number. So that's called an off-market property. And so I'll send him my information right away. Because when we can deal right with the investors, sometimes it's easier to get what their motivation is. And so that makes it easier to find out a good way to solve their issue. Make sense?
Yeah.
So I'm giving you a total I mean this is how it goes. I mean it's hang on. Okay, so I'm just sending him a text saying, hey, this is what I'm calling for, this is what I want, and hopefully he'll send it back. Okay. So, and at that point, we don't just sit back and go, okay, I'm going to wait for that guy to call me back, which a lot of people do. And that's a mistake. So the beauty of Wholesale Atlas is I can mark this one. Okay. When I'm in Analyze Deal, there's a little area for notes. And I can say dealing with investor. And you're seeing my screen, right?
Yeah, I can see your screen.
How do you spell investor? Why am I so dumb? I thought it was Zor, but okay. So now I know this is now I know what I'm waiting for on this one because they all end up looking alike after a while, right? So this one's kind of hammered too. So we're gonna come in here, just seeing how, I mean, it needs everything. And just after doing this for a while, you can kind of guess how much it's gonna cost. And I always make sure I overestimate on how much it's gonna cost to deal with this. This one I would say is probably $40,000. And the reason I'm saying that is it needs floors, it needs paint, it needs construction, it needs, it might be even more as I'm looking through this. So My strategy on this one is to first start with probably seller finance with these guys. And the way we do that is we go through and we try to find out if they owe anything on a property. And right up here, it says no open loans. Okay. So that means they own this property free and clear, whoever it is. Okay. And we can look down here. It'll tell us what the property tax, the insurance, and the HOA fees. This was it had some kind of an issue. Public action common in Florida. Clerk's tax deed or property sold for tax. So more than likely, this was a property sold for taxes. So there's some kind of investor that got it. He probably has never seen it. He probably it was up for 80,000 at one point in 2025. Well, June. It's probably still there. Yep, 80. What I'll offer in this kind of situation is I'll take that let's call it $40,000 worth of repairs that it needs. And that's an overestimation. I think it probably will need about 20, but let's say 40. So what I'll do is I'll take that $80,000. I'll subtract 40,000. So we're at 40,000 as a purchase price. And then I drop that in half. So I'm going to offer them 20 grand for this place if we get to that point.
Okay.
Okay. And it's because it's so trashed. And they know it. It's not going to be a shocker to them. So more than likely, I'll offer 20,000. And so this handy dandy calculator that is built into the Wholesale Atlas then tells you we're going to go with the rent estimate that is just normal. And so we click here, make sure we're doing all our numbers normal. Here's all your numbers. Is your principal, interest, taxes, and insurance. So it's $183 a month is what that's going to cost you. Your normal rents are $1,600 a month. Now, what's cool is this is going to break down your down payment of 20% in that situation for a loan. If you're getting it's called a DSCR loan. And so that loan will be based 100% on your property making the money. So it gives you all that. So you understand where you're at on your loan. So you understand your cash on this is ridiculous, which is really good. But here's the net revenue every month is going to be $1,100. Net revenue meaning this is what you're going to walk away with. Okay. So if we can get it for that price, it's an amazingly sellable deal, and that's what we're trying to do in the end. Is we're trying to find somebody to sell that to. Okay. And so that's a good one. And so we've got it marked. We know we've already said what we're doing with it. So if I need to come back to this one, I'll go into dashboard right here, and it'll be in my dashboard. And so I can check in on it. There it is.
Okay, cool.
Okay, and what's cool is you can just roll over this. It tells you what your notes were. This makes it incredibly easy. When you're brand new to this, you don't understand that most people, the way they find a deal is they go in here and they go to Zillow, and let's say they pick Baltimore. Okay, they pick Baltimore and they go to this house, let's say. So it's a $300,000 house, but we have no other information that helps us.
Mm-hmm.
No thing about the house. Whereas Wholesale Atlas, as you saw, you got a little baseball card on every single one of them that lets you know exactly how much it is, what the rents are. Everything is all here in one place. So for somebody that's new that hasn't done this before, this seems like, oh well, that's exactly how it should be. But for everybody that's been doing this for a while and doesn't have Wholesale Atlas, you're going here, you're saying $300,000, and you have no idea what you need to do. Then you have to go to a whole other search engine called PropStream. Take this address, put it into here. So I'm just trying to show you how lucky you are to know that you got. And so often it doesn't come up. You have to kind of back out the address a little bit. So you're just wasting time doing this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay. It comes up finally. There it is. Now I have the details. It'll show me, okay, there is a mortgage on this, and I have to go down here, click this, find out what the mortgage is. It's 3.75. So it's just a hassle compared to when you're popped in here and you're like, oh, okay. So this one, the equity is 100%, meaning they don't have a mortgage, and it's $80,000, and it's going to rent for 22 for Section 8. Let's call it 1,500. That's still great. That's one to call it. And so we'll go right back to it. So as we're waiting for that other person to send us the text, we're calling Jerry Gaylord, and we're going to see if his property is going to be a fit. Okay.
Yeah.
Give me. You got questions, I know. So tell me what your questions are.
How does finding a buyer look like? How do you do that?
Okay, that's what's cool is that's going to be you're stepping in right at the right time, because what we're going to start doing is reverse wholesaling. Okay. Because it just makes more sense. This is the old style of wholesaling. You find the property first, and then you try to sell it to somebody. Reverse wholesaling is exactly what you said. We're going to start finding buyers. And so through the Atlas, which the Wholesale Atlas has also put together this called the Atlas. There's a million places for sale in here, and they're collecting buyers. And so it's in the very first stages of being done. You can see that there's 33 here, and there's 17 in Arizona. It's very new, and I'm getting trained this week on how to train you guys to find buyers.
Okay.
So another way is through Facebook Marketplace. But I think what I'm going to start doing is paying people a small amount, maybe $5 per buyer that's vetted, if they bring them to me, and we can start filling up the Atlas with buyers. I'm seeing if that's going to make sense, but I think that might be a way that we're going to do it. And so to find a buyer, a lot of times people go to Facebook Marketplace. I'm sorry, just Facebook. Let me see if mine comes up. That's not the right one. No. I haven't done this yet because I've got VAs that help me out. But if you go to buyers in Baltimore, see if that comes up. I didn't spell it right. Okay, first time home buyers in Baltimore and surrounding counties. Okay, so perfect. These guys, this is their Facebook page. We're gonna come in here and we're gonna post, hey, looking for people that can't qualify for a home, or people who want a home in Baltimore. Give me an address, give me a zip code. I'm gonna search out a home for you. And so there's a ton of these investor sites all over Facebook. Let's see. Baltimore, Maryland, real estate investors, Baltimore. So these are all people doing it. And so these are who you want to go after. And you want to say, hey, I'm searching for properties in Baltimore. Tell me what and it's called a buy box. A buy box is somebody letting you know the definition of what properties they want. So for instance, my buy box is I like to take over people's mortgage and give them nothing. That's my buy box. It's kind of simple. I just want to come in and help somebody out and take over their mortgage. I like best when they have equity, which means they owe less than what their house is worth. So there's a lot of those guys that owe more than what their house is worth, and I don't want those. So that's my buy box for that kind of. The other one, for seller finance, if you're doing seller finance, I can explain that to you now real quick because we were going to go over it, and I'll just go over it. So with something like this, it's an $80,000 property, okay? If we were going to go the seller finance route, Wholesale Alex, it makes it easy for you. And what's cool is they've come up with, and this is for people that have Wholesale Atlas and didn't realize that they changed this, is you now can go into settings up in the right-hand corner, and you can put in exactly what you want as your, like, I like 10-year balloons. I like, I don't care about the maximum listing price, but I like, where is it? Sorry, seller finance. I like to put in, I haven't played with this yet, so bear with me. So I like to always have 5% as my down payment, right? I always like to have a threshold of 20% for the cash on cash, meaning we want to be able to have cash on cash. So the first year of your investment, you're making 20% of that. Entry fee is fine, and the net revenue. Okay, so that allows you to put in however you want to do. The other one I like to do for cash offers, I like to offer 50%. So I get to go in here and just put in whatever I want to for all these different things. So that's new to anybody that has it. That's a whole new way of doing things. Okay, so back to that house. I think it was this one. So when we come in here for seller finance, Max, and I know I'm bouncing all over the place, so you rein me in when you don't know what I'm talking about.
No, you're good. You're doing good so far.
So seller finance, the whole idea with seller finance is they're taking over. They're gonna be your bank basically. So I like to come in because usually the $80,000 price they're asking is about $20,000 higher than they think they can get. Because if you ever bought or sold anything, you never ever say, okay, this is worth $200. I'm gonna try to get $200. You always say, I'm gonna try to get $300, and then I'll come down to $200, right? So in general, people probably crank the price of about 20 grand. So in this situation, what we wanted to do is we want to offer them their asking price, which is it's more than what they think they can get, and so that incentivizes them. And we want to incentivize them to take a set of payments. And so what we'll do is we'll come in and we'll say, hey, we'll give you what you're asking for this place. We're going to give you a down payment of 5% of the asking price, which is $4,000. And I don't think we're talking about this one, but we're going to do the rehab cost of that last one. Remember, it was about 40 grand, right? So that's where we put our $40,000 in rehab, and we're going to assume that the section 8 is 22. So we go here and stay on the section 8. Okay, so this is going to be our offer, and now that we know the rents are 22. We take that number and we divide it by 4 to figure out what we're going to pay the seller per month, because we got to pay them something per month. They're going to be the bank, right? Does that make sense to you? Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay, so right here, payment to the seller is going to be 1/4 of the rents, which in this instance is $567.5. And I don't like dealing with numbers that are crazy, so I'm going to just say 570. Okay, so we put that all in. Now we see if we were to do this with this price and make this all work, we'd be paying the seller every month $570. Let me go up to advanced here. Hold on. We'd pay $570 a month. We're going to pay them what kind of down payment? $4,000 down payment. And these are numbers we're going to start our negotiation with, okay? Because the negotiation is going to happen. You got to talk them into this. If we can do that and get those numbers, we can take away $1,100 a month for ourselves in cash flow, which is ridiculous. And that gives us a 31% cash on cash return, which is exactly where we want to be. The reason this one kind of is a little bit rough is because of this $40,000 in rehab. If we didn't have that and this was just regular, then people coming in here and their entry fee would be $5,000 to get into this house. So it's very sellable to somebody else. Okay, making sense, or am I going?
No, that makes sense.
Okay, and when we're done in 10 years, we're going to give them a balloon payment on that last month of $21,000. That's going to be what our That's what's going to be left over. We haven't paid yet. Keeping in mind, all this is 0% interest. We're not getting charged anything for interest on any of this. Okay.
Okay.
Anything hitting home? Is it all making sense?
Ask yeah, it's all making sense.
It can't be. I'm too confusing. There's no way you're catching that.
No, it's all making sense so far. I think my buddy might be on. I'm not sure. Let me text him real quick, and he might ask questions. His name's Will, but he might be on. It's a different name.
Yeah, raise your hand, Will, if you're here.
Will, if you're here, raise your hand.
See if he's and anybody else who wants to jump on stage. We're gonna wrap up with Max. I think he gets it. The key to this whole thing, Max, is like when you wake up in the morning, the beauty is you're in Utah, and so you're ahead of East Coast. So you can call East Coast at 6 in the morning. They're going to be up, you know, or 7 in the morning for you. They'll be up. It'll be 9 o'clock. So definitely, like, get on the phone as much as you can.
Okay.
But I'll help you anytime you want. Just call me and I'll help you through whatever. If you have any questions, just reach out to me. In the Discord, you can DM me. If you right-click my face right now, it'll say send a message. It'll just say message, and then you can DM me right there.
Okay. Sounds good. I have your contact info anyway, so I can just reach
you. Yeah, you can just call me. You're fine to do that. Okay. Does that help at all, or is it?
Yeah, that helps. No, that helps a ton.
Okay, what I want you to do, though, I mean, I'll give you the steps I want you to do is I want you to get on the phone today before you go to do the window washing.
Okay.
And call any realtor about any property just to get used to doing what you're doing. Okay. I want you to hear how they talk to you. Like you heard a couple of them. One's like, hey, I'm in a meeting. I don't want to talk to you.
Yeah.
That's under contract anyhow. So those kind of people, you're like, okay, cool. I want you to build a rapport. I want you to get to know them. I want you to, if a dog barks in the background, I want you to be like, hey, what kind of dog do you have? I want you to talk to them about the property, but also build the rapport, talking to them about things other than the property.
Okay.
Okay. So your homework is to at least call 10 realtors before you head out.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay, bro?
And then I'll try to get a hold of Will. I think he is on. He called me not too long ago, but maybe he's having issues with Discord.
How old are you? How old are you guys?
I'm 19. And
19.
Will is also 19.
Perfect. I love it.
So,
Okay, bro.
Thanks, Kevin.
Absolutely. Go
ahead.
Thanks, Kevin. But
Appreciate it.
you're going to have a million questions, and I'll help you through all of it.
Okay. Sounds good. Yeah,
Okay,
I probably will call you in a little bit. When does your live get over?
I get off here at 10 o'clock, and I'll be more than happy to talk to you then.
Okay. It's at 10 o'clock Pacific, right?
Yeah, so 11 your time.
Okay. Sounds good.
Your job's at noon?
Well, I can just go out whenever. I mean, it's...
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Oh, you're just knocking doors?
Yeah.
Okay, sweet.
Yeah, okay, I'll talk to you later.
Okay, bro.
Thanks,
Take it easy. Later.
Bye.
Okay, guys, who else has got something? What's going on? Anybody I've been talking to? Let's do updates. I apologize for being gone all week. Last week, it was 4th of July and family reunion all wrapped up into one big, huge nightmare. So, I had a blast. That's what I'm supposed to say. So anybody, yeah, it was rough. Anybody that needs anything, let's get on here. Ryan, what's going on? Come up here. Let's see where we're at with Tulsa. So Ryan, Outlaw of Torn 87 is actually a buyer in Tulsa, you guys, and so he's got a group of guys that they all got together. Each person does their own thing. One brings the money, one does the rehab, one does and so if you have anything in Tulsa, let us know, because that's going to be Ryan helping you out for those kind of sales. Here, he's going to come up and he's going to let you know what his buy box is and what they're looking for. They're looking for big deals. Like they want things to be pretty terrific. So for me, I'd much rather buy them than give them to them if they're that good, right? What's going on, bro?
How goes it, man?
Good. What's the latest?
No, not a whole lot. Just waiting for everybody to recover from the 4th of July weekend.
Yeah. Was last week pretty slow for you guys? Because it was. I ended up just going to the mountains and I was off grid, so I didn't.
Realtors already don't like answering the phone, so yeah, basically a lot of voicemails that I have to follow up on today, and but yeah, we're always looking for properties in Tulsa and the surrounding areas. Like you said, we have like a group operation, so we're looking for things have a good cash on cash.
What percentage is what that you're going to look at? Anything over 19? Anything over 18?
I mean, obviously, I want things like the 25 range. I mean, if you can find me something in the 25 range, then yeah,
But like those are the ones I keep. That's why it's
right.
Hard. If I find
Yeah, 18 plus in that range, and it doesn't really matter to us where it is in Tulsa necessarily. We don't even really care if it's Section 8. The main thing we do care about is make sure the cash on cash is good, and we would prefer not have to do any like full gut rehabs and things like that.
But you can do light rehab, right? That's one of your guys' construction.
Oh yeah, I mean, we used to own a general contracting company, so we can do from studs back if we want to. It's just I don't want to. It's hot outside. I don't want to do that stuff anymore.
But that's the deal. I mean, that's what I want you guys to realize is like, go for things that you really want. Don't go for the deals that are okay, because those don't sell. You can't sell a deal that is okay.
If I'm going to spend time, I want to spend time on the things I want to get. Something that's not going to fly for me, that I'm just going to move on. So.
And you guys are keeping everything, correct? You're renting it out, or are you flipping it as well?
No, we're keeping it all. We're doing buy and holds, and so basically, what our goal is to help families own homes who don't have great credit. And so what we're doing is we're either going to rent that to them and help them build their credit to the point where they can get the mortgage themselves, or we'll do like a seller finance deal to them and report their payments, that type of thing. So it's because the gap of families being able to get homes, as you know, like if you have 2 kids, you're probably okay, but once you have that 3rd or 4th, like it's a whole new bracket. So that's like our mission, and so we're holding on to everything. 1-3s are okay. We're really not wanting anything 2-bedroom at all. 2-3s are preferable, and up are good.
Okay.
So
okay, guys. So this is your buyer in Tulsa. So if you have anything you come across, or make Tulsa the place you're going to look, this is what's going to be known as reverse wholesaling in this arena. It's finding your buyer and being like, okay, I know if I can find something with a 25% cash on cash in Tulsa, I've got a buyer. And he's going to give you massive assignment fees that are like in the hundreds of $200,000 assignment fees.
Maybe cumulative over time, cumulative.
No, but if you can put an assignment fee and have it at 25%, then you'll know exactly what your assignment is. So start searching in Tulsa, guys. And I mean, in Wholesale Atlas, there is an assignment fee place that you can throw it in there. And so like this one right now, cash on cash return is $269. If I even put in a $50,000 assignment fee on this one, it would do what he wants. Like,
yeah, and I don't care. Yeah.
And so that gets his so he doesn't care about paying this to you, because they're going to, I mean, this one's a little extreme. I don't want to say that that's what he's going to pay on a $80,000 place. But don't be afraid to put in a $5,000 assignment fee and see how well it does. And if it's still over 25%, that's going to be sellable to him. He's going to do it. Now he does things.
It's got to fit the buy box.
What's that?
It's got to fit the mission, and it's got to fit the buy box. That's it.
And Ryan does something a little different than everybody else. He just wants a signed LOI. and that gets the deal rolling. Because in Tulsa, they want to do the contract.
So,
and so
yeah, the laws here are different. So you're not allowed to, if you're gonna do a contract and you're gonna wholesale or assign it, you have to actually put it in the contract that you plan to assign it, which drives a lot of buyers off. And then also when you assign something, they end up finding out and buyers back out at that point too. So what I found the easiest thing to do is basically say is like, I worked with a real estate investment group in Tulsa. And then most of them are like, oh, okay, it's fine. For some reason, it's the out of state ones that seems very cliquish here, I know, and then the laws are not friendly.
Okay, so if you guys are searching Tulsa for Ryan, all you have to do is get an LOI signed, so a letter of intent signed by the seller. Then they'll take over and they'll put it into contract. That doesn't mean you're getting your assignment fee once you sign that LOI. It's still, the assignment fee comes in once the deal is done completely.
Once we close it, yeah.
Yeah, so now you'll be a part of the title, and when it goes to title, they'll know that your assignment fee is part of the process, and title will be the one that sends you the money.
And we are happy to pay it. So,
right, because you're getting what you want, and you didn't have to do the work.
Yeah, I'm getting exactly what I want with very minimal work, and I get to further my mission. So, yeah, send them to me.
Okay, guys. So this is the beginning, and Ryan's going to be our flagship for being our buyers. That is in Tulsa, and I'm going to send you later something from Wholesale Atlas that puts you in their system as a buyer.
Sounds good.
Let you sign up, and then what's cool is you guys, we can all sign up together, so we can be a team, and we can get these buyers satisfied and start reverse wholesaling. So it's going to take about a month for us to build up enough buyers and get their buy boxes. But hey, here's our first step. Ryan's going to be our first guy.
Happy to be part of it. So
no, it's pretty cool. It's a great way of doing it, and so I'm pretty psyched to help them out. Yeah.
Well, we're trying out our own model of doing it, as in a team setting, which is different because I'm used to just running my brother and I. It's just everybody's used to being a solo act, so being in a group is different. So, and it's kind of new it's a new process. So, if there's some confusion as part of it in the beginning, you have to bear with us, but we'll get it all squared away and get you paid.
Well, and Ryan, we've been talking for about 3 weeks, and so what we're doing is slowly building up trust between each other, and we're throwing out NDAs and everything, so we can build that trust. But the key to all that trust is you have to actually do something. You have to actually make the process happen. And so I really wanted to get Ryan a deal so we can build our trust, and he can see that I'm going to do what I'm promising to do, and he's going to do what he's promising to do. And as you do that, the third one you do, it's automatic. It's so simple because you've already done 2 and you know that everything's good.
It just flows nice and beautiful like. So looking forward to it.
Okay. Also, Ryan's got. Have you put out 4.0 or no?
No, 4.0 is not yet.
Okay.
But
we'll wait on it.
Yeah.
So, guys, if you are still using Zillow, which you will be when you're
first starting out,
when you pop it up, what's cool about, and Ryan created this extension, that if you want to capture the property, that you can capture property, and in his real estate deal analyzer, it will save it for you, okay? And it will capture it, and it's another way to be able to go back to properties that you see, because once you're in there and you're looking at properties, you want to kind of blow your brains out because you can't remember which one you called on, which one you didn't.
So many.
This makes it 10 times easier. It gives you all the same stuff that Wholesale Atlas will give you, and allows you to to put it into your you'll have this now down the road. Do you have a notes in here?
Yeah, so if you go to full dashboard, and you click on that property, like view details, scroll down a little bit, and then you can add notes right there. In fact, if you click on the call button and you have your Google Voice set up, it'll open it up and be ready to dial for you and everything like that. So
a real time saver. So when you use this and Wholesale Atlas at the same time, you've got twice the power, because it's really, I mean, and what's cool about Wholesale Atlas is you can go right into Ryan's just by hitting the Zillow button in Wholesale Atlas, and then it will take you to that captured property, and it pops
think of mine as like a memory or a CRM for you. It's more of a memory thing.
Yeah,
So
exactly. It extends, especially for Wholesale Atlas, it extends this area of it and keeps all your everything for you to look back at, because it will give you everything you need. So you've got all these things, everything's going. You got your seller finance calculator as well. So if you want to do it here, you can, or you can do it over the others.
Yep.
So you've got all the same.
It's a handy little thing. It's not Wholesale Atlas by any stretch of the imagination, but it makes your brain so much lighter, and you write so much less notes.
Yeah,
you know,
keeps you organized.
And this little category, like the little calculator there, does a lot of those calculations for you too. So as you change inputs and things like that, it'll change the math and the numbers for you and all that good fun stuff. So like if you go down to, I don't know, let's say change the interest rate there, just hold the arrow, change it, whatever you want to do. All those things change and update as you go along.
So yeah, if I did 10%, my monthly payment would be that. If I have 2%, let's see, there's changes to that.
Yep. And if you look at the balloon terms, this is what I'm really proud of. If you look at the balloon terms right there, where it says 7 and it's red, if you scroll up and down on that, it'll turn it'll turn orange. So it goes from red, which is unacceptable, to orange, which is the highest acceptable, to green, which is good. So it all depends, and it tells you that based on.
There it is. Okay, yeah.
So basically what it's saying is the balloon payment is now in acceptable range for a loan to value on a cash out refi, which is important to buyers, right?
Yeah, that's great.
So again, it's a great way to keep things memorized, keep track of your numbers, your offers, things like that.
I mean, it's exactly your CRM. So the way I kind of do things is I go into Wholesale Atlas because I love the way it searches. I mean, it makes my life.
Yeah, it's beautiful. I love the way Whole Atlas works. I love it.
That's so great. But
Jealous.
the second the second I get into it, then I have no problem at all getting everything done here, but then hitting this and seeing it on Zillow and having that pop up makes life so easy.
Yep.
And so he created that button. He made it look like everything else in Zillow, so it made sense. And it saved you on API, right? Because it's manual.
Yeah, it's all manual, so that's why we're able to offer it cheaper. And then in 4.0, it's going to be a freemium version, which basically means you'll be able to do some of these things without a subscription. Right now, you need to have a subscription to do anything with it. But
how much is it?
Well, it's $39.99 a month unless they use your code, in which case it's $29.99. So it's less than half the price. What would that be? Like, a third of the price ish. So, almost a quarter of the price.
With these two together, you're still less than PropStream. So
yes,
if you get them together, so it's kind of the same deal, but 10 times more powerful.
I figured that this thing has probably saved me somewhere in the range of like 10 to 20 hours, 10 to 15 hours a week, just because I'm able to like put it in and move on, put it in and move on, put it in and move on. And then when that realtor calls me, because if you go back to the full dashboard, when a realtor calls me and my phone rings and it's a phone number I don't know, I just put the phone number into the search bar and it brings up that property. Right up there is where it says search properties.
Yeah.
So, you just type in the phone number and it pulls up the property that realtor's calling you about. So much easier than trying to remember. So,
and even if they give you the first 4 numbers of what what address it is too. You've got that. But you're right. If I just type in, what is it going to be?
That phone number is unknown, looks like.
Oh, it is unknown. That's my property. I was cheating.
But yeah, and most of the time, I mean, it should have the phone number, and if it doesn't, then usually there's a way to add it. So,
gotcha. So if Jerry calls me, then I take
5672.
Yeah, so I can take this and search it. Let's do it.
Yeah, I just type in 5672.
Boom.
And you can type in any part of that phone number, and it'll pull it up.
That's perfect.
So, yep.
Yeah. Super duper.
But yeah, that happens to me all the time. Someone calls me like, "Hey, this is Crystal. I'm returning your call." I'm like, "Great, Crystal."
Like, I have no idea who Crystal ever is. Okay,
But,
perfect.
All right.
Good update, Brian.
I got to go jump on a phone call. But yeah, I'll let you know when 4.0 comes out.
Yeah, and I'll let you know about those 3 properties. I'm going to submit a deal to him today, and so let's see what he says.
Sweet.
That was Jenna's question. Jenna, I will put together that seller finance offer. So Jenna and I have been working on. Okay, thanks, Ryan. See ya.
See ya.
So Jenna and I have been working on a deal for Ryan, actually, and so we're to the point where he has turned down our cash offer because it's incredibly low, but we let him sit for a week, and it's fine to do that. And I'm going to put together a seller finance that is substantially better for him than what we were offering as far as a cash deal. But I think it's incredibly important to let these this is actually the owner, but letting realtors or owners suffer just a tiny bit. Let them wonder if their deal is going to get sold. Let them know, because his motivation was really simple. He's like, I've owned up to, I think he owned up to like 250 properties. These are the last 12 that he has, and 3 of them are way over on the other side of town, and he doesn't want to drive over there anymore. So you never know what the motivation to selling is going to be. All right, Kim Cam, what's up? I'm bringing you up on stage. Are you Hello. Kim or Cam? Hey, Kim or Cam?
Cam.
Cam, what's up?
So, I'm
Wait, you're in a new apartment?
No, I'm still checking on the negotiation with them. I emailed them on the 4th, so probably I'm gonna get a response today.
Okay.
Yeah. One of my friends, this house on Los Angeles, which is insane that he has a house in LA. He's from Cleveland, Ohio.
Okay.
And I talked to him about like what I'm doing, and he told me that if I found him a deal on Cleveland, Ohio, I can pass it to him.
Perfect. There we go. You got a buyer. You're reverse wholesaling. That's going to be our new strategy. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So, you want everybody's help?
Excuse me.
You want people to help you? Try to find it? Tell us what he was looking for.
He's looking for a 4-bedroom, 2 bathrooms.
4-bedroom, 2 bathroom. Okay.
Yeah.
And in what area? Does he hear about East Cleveland or?
He told me that as long as it's in Cleveland.
Okay.
I don't know if he will be down to do mortgage takeovers, but he just told me if you find me a good deal that it doesn't cost as much as the rehab, I think we can get him something. Obviously, with the first house that I almost got a deal with, my lesson that I learned there is like, if I lowball too much, the offer is gonna drop. So based on this intense experience this weekend and today, I feel like I have to find a good middle ground for everybody can be happy, get a good deal, and just a fair price for everyone instead of like lowballing out of somebody that already put too much effort on a house.
Well, and that's why I completely reiterate all the time, find out their motivation, because sometimes lowballing is not their motivation. So is this guy want this? Does he want it for an investment property, or does he want to live in? He wants a rental. Okay, so let's help him out. I'm gonna help. Let's find it right now.
Go.
Okay, so I'm going low to high. I'm gonna go. Let's go down to page 2, just because that's the way I like to do it. Page 1's never really that great. I'm gonna just look for one that's kind of good looking. Okay.
What if we find one that already has tenants?
You want? Let's see if there is one. Let's see. So this one's 70,000. It rents for 1,300. Let's take a look at this. This could be complex. Okay, and he doesn't want to deal with this, right? He wants turnkey.
I think he's willing to like do a little bit of fix and flip, but at the same time, the goal is not to overextend himself. He also works in film.
Okay.
If you ever need a grip.
Excellent. Good to know. Okay, here's a nice one. This is nice and clean. 1,200 a month, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is it a 4-2? It's a 3-1. What do you think? Do you think he'll want that or no?
We can try that.
Okay. 1 second.
Wow, this house has been over like a year.
It's that's
4 years.
I'm sending this. It's coming up weird. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna look at this one. Let's check out the pictures inside. Okay, very livable, it's dirty, but this is all just crap, not problems.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's a good one for you to call on. They're asking 74,000 for it. I want you to call on this one. You don't have Wholesale Atlas, right?
I do not.
Okay, I'm going to send this to you. So you can call on this one. There's one. I just sent you that. Yeah, so once we know what people need, let's find one that's a little prettier. This one looks big. 1,300, 13. These are all 1,300. Let's see which one we like better. Okay, so you got this. Okay, this one's a little bit. Oh, that's all. So the kitchen needs a little bit of help. Does he have somebody that can at least go in and clean up and rehab a little bit?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, good. So that one would be a good candidate too. I'll give you that one. The days on the market seem like they're off right now, so ignore days on the market there. Oops. Hang on just a second. Let me make sure.
Are you lagged or are you just like very pensive? Ah, okay.
I'm just going to do this because they always ask me to let them know when there's.
You're very still. That's why I was like.
I'm like, let me just send this over to him so he has it. Sorry. Where'd my mouse go? There we go. Okay, cool. So this one looks good, and I'm going to send you this one. So, Cam, for these, you're going to be, since you know your buyer, which is awesome, this is going to be 10 times easier for you to deal with. Here's another one. They own it 100%, so the potential of seller finance. Let's check it out. It's not pristine. You want that one, or do you want to move on?
That can be also an option. It's better just to like
good
expand the chances.
All right, sending it. Go, and I'll give you one more, and then you can get on the phone and start making phone calls. Let's give him one. I'm going to give him one that's a little bit on the other end. It's going to be a little bit higher, but let's see what the rents are. See if we can get one that's more turnkey, and then if he likes that better, then we know that that's the way to go with him. 85,000. Let's see what this one is. 1,100. Rents aren't as great, but I think it's going to be nicer. Let's see. So I'm not sure if this is a duplex. Can't tell. Hold on. Okay, so not bad inside. Just needs a coat of paint. So this one's a little bit cleaner. So he might like this one better. It's going to paint. It's going to need carpet. Yeah. But overall, not too shabby.
Is that like the whole property?
Yeah, I think it's one side. So I'm gonna say never mind on that one after all.
Too bad.
Yeah, I think you're sharing it. Doesn't it seem like it? It seems like there's another. I think this is one on this side, and then there's one on that side. So
can you just send it to me just in case? Maybe if I talk with them, I can figure out if the other one is available.
Perfect. There you go. Sending it to you. You're getting all those, right?
Yeah.
That's number 4, and let's give you one more just for fun. Let's see. I'm just looking at them just to see which one's pretty. This is a cute little place. 87, 1,100. Analyze lead. Oh, okay. This one might be rented because the reason I know it might be rented is it's not giving me any indoor pictures.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a possibility. Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
All right, go after those and see what happens. But hey, guys, this is our kind of our this is our Independence Day. We're gonna start going after buyers, getting what buyers want, and then going after the properties, because we've got such a great tool with Wholesale Atlas that if you tell me exactly what you need, I mean, just for fun, let's say we want Cleveland and we want a place that's $500,000 and has, I mean, it's not going to be hard to find. The beauty also too is if you go for Atlas mode, you can pick a code exactly what you want. Like this one would be in Thornville, Ohio. So I can just go right to Thornville, Ohio in that zip code. I knew there wasn't going to be anything because that's a small town. But yeah, you can pick. Let me get a different zip code. And if somebody says, "Yeah, we want to live in this zip code," you'll be able to find. No, what? How's that even possible? Okay. So I'm doing nothing but lies here. So stand by. Let me see why I'm messing up here. It's usually me. New Mexico. No way there's not anything in Albuquerque. I guess there's nothing in Albuquerque. That's so weird. Let me double check it here. And that probably doesn't get searched a ton. Okay. So Cam, go after it. When you move into your new place, you're just waiting for them to say yes, huh?
I send them the contract today. I mean, I send them the offer. I think what's fair is 13 because the area is very nice. 13 security, 13 month, and I'm willing to move the 14.
Great.
As long as I can put the security deposit this week, all good. I'm just waiting for the response.
Good job. Well done. I'm proud of you for you negotiated too. That's the best.
I save $100, which that's $1,200
$1,200
a year.
A year. That's huge. That's a full month. Like you're getting 1 month free basically because you talked.
Mm-hmm.
Proud of you. Well done.
Thank you.
Good job. All right, buddy. Take it easy. Later. All right. Who else is what else can I do for you guys here? Anybody else got any questions? Anything going on? Anybody? Oh, Mr. Saint. What are you doing, sir?
What's going on, Trent?
How are you? Did you have a good holiday?
Well, you know.
Yeah, me too.
I came across the property that I kind of want to take a look at, see if it's been worth it. The realtor is a bit of a stiffler, I guess. She's let me tell you the address. 2601 Boulevard Avenue.
2601 Boulevard?
Yeah, Boulevarд.
In Indy?
Little Rock.
Come on. There it is. All right, tell me where we're at with this. Have you talked to the realtor?
Yeah, of course. So I talked to her. This isn't a turnkey property. Needs a little bit of work, not too much. There was a family member living in the property. This guy owns like a ton of property. So there was a family member living in the property, and they left, and he doesn't want to deal with this property. It isn't condemned or anything like that.
Okay.
Is what she said. She said that there was a light fixture in the bathroom that blew up. You know, she was like, but there's no fire damage in the property, just that light fixture. The owner doesn't want to fix it. The roof is 10 years old. There is no lights. There is
so
something.
Where do you think you're at on this? Where?
The rent is $880.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, the rent is about $880. But Section 8 is $1,000 something.
Yeah, I got 1130
for rents.
For rent for Section 8. Yeah.
Yeah, 11. Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm looking at two different properties. I just got a missed call from somebody else. I was talking. Anyway, the guy is very untrusting. She told me right from the jump, if I'm going to purchase property, I'm going to offer 33.
Okay.
What are your thoughts?
Let me see. I like it. 67% cash on cash. You'll make $416 a month. I would have said $2,750 is 50% of what they're asking for, right?
Yeah.
So 5, and that would have been $455 a month, 86. So I don't have a problem with that price. I think you're fine at 33.
I'm fine at 33.
Yeah, I mean you can start lower and come up to 33, but I wouldn't go higher than, let's just double check it.
Yeah.
At 40, it's still cash flow. $50, you're cash flowing, but it's only $300. It's not that great. So yeah, I mean it's not horribly priced as it is. So if you can get it to 33, I don't have a problem with that. And guys, the only reason this comes up red is because I changed my parameters and I want it to be 50% for it to be red. So like if it was 25, it'll be green, but at 33 it's red. So don't.
Yeah, mine's coming up as red too. That's why arose my to ask.
Well, when you're not too sure, it's just because it's saying good offers are less than 30,000. So you're right there. But we're looking at our numbers, and our numbers all work out because this is saying just a generic good offer. It's not saying that the rents are 880. You know what I mean? So you're fine because your net revenue is 416 because everything else is pretty low. Your debt service, your taxes are 38. Yeah, you're not having too much of a problem here. And so your entry fee is nice and low. It's you'll be good at 33. I don't have any problem with that.
Okay. With this, she wants proof of funds because he ran into another investor, and they fumbled the ball on this. So she wants proof of funds and the letter from the DSCR lender saying that you're going to purchase it. What I did was I sent her over my account information saying that here's my proof of funds in my account, et cetera, et cetera. I think that should be enough. But she didn't respond back to my text. When you call her, it goes directly to some robot, and then she calls you back.
Okay.
Yeah,
so you send her a proof fund. Tell her that you're probably going to pay cash for this, so don't worry about a DSCR lender giving you any kind of. So if your proof of funds show that you have that much, the 33,000, then you're good. You're good to go.
Okay. And I just closed this 15-day inspection.
Perfect. Business day.
15 business day inspection. Okay. And I was also looking at property or not property, excuse me, land in Arkansas as well.
Land doesn't cash flow, just so you know. So
land doesn't cash flow.
Yeah, so for land, if you get a buyer first, like what we're doing, we're switching to finding buyers first. If you have buyers that want land, then I would go after it. If you don't have somebody that wants the land, I wouldn't worry about it.
There's property on the land, but the guy is saying that he don't have keys to the property. So the property has been abandoned, essentially.
Okay.
And he took it over. And there's 2 homes on the property, so it's 2 parcels of land that he's selling. And it's for $66,500. But the property boasts a 4-bedroom, 2-bath, 2,200 square foot single family resident.
And it's abandoned?
They're abandoned, meaning there's nobody that lives there.
Okay, but not abandoned like crack addicts are living in it, kind of an abandoned.
No. The house is just an old residential house that someone can salvage, basically.
Send me that address. Let's take a look at it real quick.
Okay, let me just tell you it. It's 2918.
Sorry, hang on.
Dash 2914.
2918.
Dash 2914.
Uh-huh. Oh wait, hold on, I'm messing up. My dash was wrong. Dash 2914. Okay. Country Road?
Wilburn, WILBRN Road. This is also in Little Rock.
Got it. Oops, I had it. Come on. Wilburn. B-U-R-N?
WIBER.
Noel? I had it for 2 seconds there.
WILBERN.
There it is. Oh, wow. Okay. Oh, I see why you like it.
If it wasn't in Arkansas, I'd buy there. But I wouldn't know where to start. You know what I mean?
Yeah, on this one, I mean, there's too many unknowns. Like, I want to know how bad it is, you know?
And it's adjacent to a church on the back end and a whole street. Yeah. So there's next to it, there's residential. So there's plumbing on the property. There's electricity on the property. A church is on the back end. So if I pour down all the trees and made this into, like, I don't know, a bunch of townhouses, or I mean, that's what it probably would be. And Section 8, pretty much all of them could be a little community.
Yeah, I mean, you'd want to find a developer that wants to plop something down in Little Rock. Yeah, it's interesting.
And then we'd probably charge our own HOA fee.
Well, the first thing I would do is talk to the church.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, if that's going to be your buyer, because they might need a parking lot. Even that simple,
there's a property on the other end, so it doesn't extend all the way to the church, but there's a little parcel of land on the other end of that side right there. 5,000.
Huh. Yeah, I mean,
that parcel of land right there is $5,000. And when I Google mapped it, so I went all the way around the block. There's probably about 5 houses on that block. And when I got to the church, they have their own, paved road, and their own parking lot. So I doubt that they would need anything, but they'd be a good. I don't know. I just feel like it might be a deal. I don't know, for the right person. Yes, you know what I mean. I just gotta find the person, like you're saying.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
You blinked out. I didn't hear anything you said.
Yeah, I think I see what you're saying, and I see why it seems interesting. But I would find the buyer first, and so maybe it's a situation you could call the church. I don't know why I can't get to it. But yeah, if you find the church and talk to them and see, what they think, if they have any desire for it, and if they, if you tell them, hey, I can get this to you for $100,000, then your assignment fee. It's pretty simple. But I don't know why I can't pull it up on. Am I dumb or what?
You press the little icon on the bottom left-hand corner, and then it brings you right to the. Yeah. Oh no, yours doesn't bring you to the street. Yeah.
Oh, okay, there we go. So that's the parcel you're talking about. Yeah, the church is going to.
Yeah, it extends backwards though. Yeah.
Extends over here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Which way does it go?
It goes to the main road.
Is that the church there? Huh.
Is it paved? I don't know.
No, it doesn't look. I mean, it's off this road. Interesting. I'm not sure. That's the Wilburn, and that's Wilburn. Huh. Maybe I'm backwards. Maybe that's the church. Yeah,
the church is the one with the cross on it. Yeah, there it is.
Okay, yeah. So there's no room between you and the church.
Right. But that land right there is on sale for $5,000.
This parcel right here, right?
That little square, yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's one of those things. If you get it cheap, then yeah. But I wouldn't.
I mean, cheap is 66. I mean, but when I was looking at the land, it said it was 21. So at most should have been 42. But since there is property, since there is a 4-bedroom single family on it, I see why they put it 66.
Yeah. I'd love to know what those look like, because that would make it a little bit more worthwhile if you're getting for that low. But I'm not sure. I mean, it's also Birmingham or Little Rock. I mean, okay.
So what would be so my question to you what would be the ideal price to purchase this at? So should I just offer the 21 or a little? Cause I was thinking about the same price. 33.
I'd like to go $5,000 on this and see where they're at. Have you talked to them at all about it?
No, I just bringing it up towards you just to see if it was worth the talk, because there's a house on it and then there's an adjacent house to it too, like a little outback house.
Every single property is worth a call. Like, call on them, find where they're at. Because who knows? They might be like, "Hey, we don't even care if you want to come and take it over." So I want you to call on it and find out what's going on.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, because I can't give you a price without knowing exactly what's going on with these homes. Because these homes,
what would you like to know? What would you like to know?
Like, why are they selling it? What's going on with the property? Because at that point, I offer $5,000 or I offer $1,000. I'm like, hey, I'll just take it off your hands, and then you guys don't have to deal with the taxes every year. That's a big way that I can get properties cheap. Is like, oh, you're paying taxes on that thing every year, and it's just sitting there. You're not doing anything with it. On Google Maps, it looks like there's 4 properties too. You got this one, this one.
No, that's the one that's next to it. There's if you look on Google Maps, like if you look on the street view.
Okay, so that's right here.
Yeah, and it goes all the way back.
Gotcha. Okay.
So it's 4 acres.
It's just that. Gotcha. Yeah, I mean, it's again, I always
4.4 acre.
Look at neighbors and see what they might need. Like this guy, if he wanted to do anything, he'd go this way. He doesn't need yours. But this guy, this guy might want to go that way, but then he can't because he has to go. He's got other houses in the way. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, there is a back road. So the road is not fully paved, but there is a back road on Wilburn. But it's not. It cuts right at. It doesn't cut, but if you look at it, it goes. It keeps going, but there's growth there on the road, so it needs to be repaved.
Do you see what I'm saying? These houses don't look horrible.
Yeah, so that's the house, and then there's an outback house. There's another. What do you call an extra house in the back? What is that?
ADU.
Forget what it's called. ADU. Yeah,
additional dwelling unit.
Right, and then if you look, if you scroll to the other side, the yellow house, the neighbor. I just don't feel like, you know what I mean. I don't feel like I can put. I mean, I can, but like just build out a multiplex there.
Sure, you could do whatever you want, but if there's nobody to live in it, it's worthless.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're a dreamer, sir.
Yeah.
Because you see
but there are properties on like this one's a nice property. This one probably sell for 125. You know what I mean? Like
that's what I'm saying is the other ones look like they're just like this, Because let's go back. Let's drive over there again. That's what I'm saying. I want to know more about the units that are on here. You know what I mean? That's not a bad looking house.
Yeah.
Neither one are. So yeah, let's find out what those houses are. And the fact that they don't have a key for it cracks me up. Like, what's that even mean? Like, keys, so it doesn't exist. Okay, that's what could make this good. If you can get this for 10 grand, yeah, all day.
Okay.
Because those houses don't look bad. I mean, I want to zoom in on them, but I can't really. It's not letting me. There we go. Bro, it's a duplex.
Mm-hmm.
So you get 3 units here. I love the fact that you dream like you do. It cracks me up. Call them up. Call them up. Find
All right.
out what's up. 100%.
Will do. I'll let you know.
So that's 3 units, and I'm telling you, it doesn't look horrible. But I mean, that El Camino's been there for 100 years.
How do you know that's an El Camino?
But somebody, you don't know that's an El Camino, ugliest car ever made. Yeah, I think, I mean, just weird little things that I look at, like why do they still have trash cans there? So it means that maybe somebody's still there. I don't know.
Yeah.
Find out. Why not? And there was no mail in the mailbox. There's no newspaper in there. Who knows? But yeah, it's
all right.
Yeah.
I'll find out.
Yeah. Okay, bro. Always dreaming. I love it. That's so cool. You crack me up. Alrighty, guys. What else is going on? Who else is here? Got 23 of us. We're kind of light on this. I thought everybody'd be ready to get going on after the holiday. That's an interesting one. Okay, we're gonna. Saint loves to go down rabbit holes. He's the best. I love it. He cracks me up. All right, guys. Anybody else have any questions? If not, I'm going to move on to my day because I'm way behind from the holidays. But if you guys have any questions, I'll answer them. Otherwise, I will. I'll call this one and call it short today. Anybody? Anyone? Going once? Going twice? Going 3 times? All right. We'll go and call this one for today. I'll be back tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. Keep on going. All right, guys. Thanks for joining me. And Jenna, I'll send over that seller finance offer today. Okay. Thanks, you guys. See you tomorrow morning, 8 a.m.